It's like asking me if the Bible is compatible with quantum mechanics. Well, sure, it's just they're not talking about the same thing.
Okay, so how would you respond to someone that talks about, like, we have the novo creation of Adam and Eve, and they don't understand how you can have God creating Adam and Eve, but also see like a evolutionary process. I know you have a lot of videos that go into this, but in a simple explanation, how would you explain this?
Well, Dr. Joshua Swamita just wrote a book called The Genealogical Adam, where he notes that God could have created Adam de novo, Adam and Eve in the garden, and then they just intermingled with people outside of the garden. And so eventually they just became the ancestor of us all by genealogical relationships. And so I did an interview with Cameron on Capturing Christianity about a couple months ago, and we detailed basically how that works. A good argument to use is to compare Genesis 1 and Genesis 2. If you note in Genesis 1, there is no specific creation of humanity. It talks about let us make man in our own image, but the language seems to be more about electing humanity to be the image bearers of God. It's saying, I call you to be my image on earth kind of thing. That's what Michael Heiser talks about. J. Richard Milton wrote a book called The Liberating Image, and he talks about it as well. So so think about it from there. It's humanity sort of elected. Okay, so then you have Genesis 2. Now, skeptics will say this is a separate creation account. I don't agree. I think it's sort of honing in on a specific area over the whole earth. It's honing in on the land of Eden and sort of electing a sort of sacred space where God can meet with humanity there. Now, what's really interesting is that Genesis 2, specifically verse 4, says, these are the generations of the heavens and the earth. This is a Toledoth. It appears about 11 times throughout Genesis, and it always introduces what comes after the person. So if you see these are the generations of Adam, it introduces the generations that come after Adam. These are the generations of Terah. It tells you what takes place after Terah. It's a reoccurring theme. Now, if it's used in Genesis 2, it seems to be indicating a chapter marker like it does at later times. This is what comes after the heavens and the earth. It's saying these are the generations of the heavens and the earth. Basically, Genesis 1 details God electing the cosmos. Chapter 2, now we're going to hone in on a specific area. That means when it refers to humans in Genesis 1, it's not talking about Adam and Eve. They don't come until Genesis 2. So what you can get is God elects all humanity, wherever they are at that time point, to be his image. Then in Genesis 2, he owns on a specific area and elects, or maybe creates two people de novo, to be his specific image bearers in that garden area. So I would say right then and there, it's perfectly compatible with the theory of evolution. If you understand Genesis 1 is about man being elected to be God's image bearers, it implies humans were already there and existing, and God just sort of elected them to be that. Then in Genesis 2, chapter 2, the sequel, God takes two individuals and makes them the priests of creation. So you actually have people before Adam are there. Adam is just sort of taken out of that population that was already elected to be his image.